Hi, so it's currently December 30th, 2019 at 8 a.m. It's the morning, and I didn't really sleep much last night because I'm still jet lagged from coming back from Japan/Taiwan 2 days ago or so. But the important thing I want to mention is that there's been something I've wanted to say on the internet for the last 8+ years, and I just haven't. And I'm definitely not the only person who's thought this, but whatever. I'll just get on with the story. So it begins sometime around October or November 2011, and I know this because I had this thought as I was coming home from my violin lessons, and I started taking violin lessons in late 2011. But what I realized was, okay, I'm 14 years old, but every single year I've lived so far repeats some digit somewhere. So I'm born in 1997, so that's two nines, 1997. Same is true for 1998, 1999, and 2000 has two zeros. All the knots, the whole decade has two zeros, 2010, two zeros, 2011, two ones, okay, it was 2011, and I'm like, whoa, in the futuristic year of 2012, there will still be two twos. But the first year in my entire life where no digit will be repeated is 2013. And I was planning on making a short, cute little animation on CariGH of these stick figures, and like the stick figures, every time they write the date, they get bored if they have to write a digit twice because it's monotonous and they fall asleep. And then for the first time in 2013, they can write the whole year and they don't fall asleep because they don't get bored because each one is a new experience. But then I don't know what really happened. I guess high school homework was getting pretty busy, so I just never got around to making that animation. And now I'm kind of sad about that because that's the kind of thing that you only get one opportunity in your life to do. You don't get another chance for like those years to line up in that way. But the reason I'm talking about this now, like 8 years later, is that 2019 also doesn't repeat any digits. But we kind of have the reverse effect, where for the first time in 7 years, the year is going to repeat digits, and it's going to keep repeating digits for another 11 years. So in 2 days, we're going to leave the repeatless era, and we won't come back to it until 2031, 12 years later or 11 years later. And I'll be 33 by then. I don't know, I could be like married with kids, who knows? It's crazy to think that far. But I just want to like bask in the glory of non-repeating land, right? Like the air's gonna feel different once the digits start repeating again. So I gotta remember what it feels like, get it into my brain, keep it there, feel the coolness, feel how unique every digit on your skin is quite unique. Okay, I'm being kind of dumb, but you know what I mean. And I remember I thought to myself, when I do make some announcement about these non-repeating digits or these repeating digits or whatever, I want it to be a real high production because it's only gonna happen once a decade or so. But this is a really sloppy, human-y video. But I figured the whole reason it didn't happen in the first place was because the stakes for producing videos were too high. And it's better just to make something, it doesn't even matter what, and just get it out there so that you can mark your flag in the sand and say, look, I was here when it happened. It's kind of like making sure you leave evidence for future historians to see as proof that you were there on the moment. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. But I think this is also the camera's shaking because my hand's cold, so I'm vibrating. But this is kind of related to an interesting math problem that I just thought about, which is among all 4-digit years, what's the longest string of years with all repeating digits? And I didn't really think about it that hard. I bet the answer is really easy, but I know that it's at least 100 years because the entire century of the 2200s is going to have repeating digits. So every year from 2199 to 2302 has repeating digits. So I don't know if you can go longer than 104 years. You probably can, but it's fun to figure it out and see if you can generalize the answer to any base and any number of digits. So in base 73, what's the longest string of years that does repeat digits among 24-digit years. Okay, that's getting quite far out there. That's like quadrillions, quintillions of years in the future. But you know what I mean. Like, if you can generalize it, then that means you're smart. You're atamaga I and you're聪明. I just use 3 languages because I'm Jozu. Okay, yeah, you can see that. I'm still recovering from, what is it, like Japan fever or whatever. So yeah, 2019, no repeating digits here. In 2 days it will be 2020. I don't know how I feel about it being a new decade. I feel like the last time there was a new decade, it was such a monumental moment in my life. You know, BFDI literally started on January 1st, 2010. I feel like there's no way to really punctuate my own life as much as the beginning of BFDI did. So like, I can't compete with that, you know? This January 1st, 2020, what am I gonna do? I don't know. I'll probably just like eat some food, ride, I was gonna say ride some airplanes. I was trying to think of Spongy's little line in BFB 15 or something, 14, 13, I don't know. All those random things that you can't actually do. Yeah. Okay, my brain's kind of not working, as you can tell, but yeah. Oh, I also wanted to say that when it comes to 2013 being the first year of my entire life that didn't repeat any digits, I remember when 2013 hit, the meme of the like stoned, kind of like spaced out guy in a party who's kind of making like a, no, I can't really make the same face as him, but he's like kind of like zoning out and everyone else is like super busy partying. That meme was really popular, you know, and you have like top text and bottom text in white impact letters, you know what I'm talking about. And I was on some like meme browsing website and like, I think the name of that meme is like Whoa Dude or something, I don't know, but like there was one instance of this meme that said 2013 is the first year since 1987 that doesn't repeat any digits. And I was like, darn, I'm not the only person who thought of this. I've been beaten to the chase. So that's my evidence that someone else has also thought of it. But yeah, it's 26 years from 1987. I'm really repeating myself now. But yeah, so if they made memes about 2013 being the start of an era, they should also make memes about 2020 being the first time you repeat digits. For people who are currently in 2nd or 3rd grade, this will be the first time they've ever had to write a digit twice. They've never known a world other than this. It's time for that to plunge them into the world I know. You know, these Gen Alpha-ers, they're all little babies. They don't know what life is like where digits repeat. You know, writing those 2 0 they don't know how it felt to get so bored writing that second O. I gotta teach them a lesson, you know? Yeah, okay. Actually, Gen Alpha, I don't think starts until 2015. So even the very late Generation Z kids who were born in 2013 and 2014 will be in the same boat of never knowing what it's like to live in a year with a repeating digit. Wow, this was a rambly. Oh, and you know that chair I sat in that like jump cutter video from like 8 or 9 months ago? Well, the chair finally ripped completely off, it seems, because it's gone. I mean, I haven't been home for 3 months because I was in Japan, so I actually didn't know this happened until I just looked at it a few seconds ago. But yeah, it looks like I did enough damage to it last time, so rest in peace. Okay, yeah, that's it. Bye. See you in 2020 unless I upload some other video like in the next 24 hours.